So what can you do in the next 30 minutes to improve your cybersecurity? Hi, I'm Scott Hamilton, certified financial planner, fee-only, fiduciary, offices here in Austin, Houston. We help people in Texas retire tax efficiently. All right, so cybercrime is growing. AI is going to absolutely help this. It's going to make the criminals faster, more clever, and seem more legitimate. So what can you do now to help? So we got a list below. There's 10 items. And by the way, we have former videos that we also post you might want to take a look at. Deep dive on some of these topics might be helpful. So number one, freeze your credit. It's free. There's 3 agencies. Do it for each one. It'll take you just a few minutes. That's the biggest bang you can get right there. It can absolutely save your hide. Very important to freeze your credit. Step 1. Step 2, have multi-factor authentication everywhere. 2FA, MFA, you'll hear different terms. Sometimes it comes in the form of a text code. Some it's a code generator on your phone. But anyway, have two-factor authentication dramatically reduces the fraudster's ability to gain access to your account. And then number 3, you should have a password manager. And the reason why is because you're going to have unique, complex passwords. I have something like 600 or 700 passwords. Everyone's unique. There's zero chance I could remember. If you use a tool like Apple Password Manager or 1Pass, the whole name. You remember one password, it's a passphrase, and then that opens up all your passwords. It's automatically filled in for you. There's no reason not to use a password manager. Absolutely best practice. Number 4, VPN. Always use a virtual private network, VPN. You get one for minimum cost. Don't get a free one because at that point you're the product instead of hiring a service. Go ahead and pay a little bit to get a VPN. And you should always have it on your phone, always on your desktop, because a lot of these cell signals are hacked on a regular basis. They're not secure. They're spoofed. Cell phone spoofing is a real deal. So the solution is to have a VPN. What that does is it creates a private tunnel between your device and the final company. And these things are encrypted, so the bad guys aren't going to be getting into it. Very important. So credit card over debit cards is point number 5. Debit cards, they can take the money out of the account immediately. Credit card, you have some additional legal protection to protect you. So I would avoid using debit cards. I'd avoid having that attached to your large savings account at the bank, because worst case scenario, they have access to that. Credit card, if you're using Amex or Visa or MasterCard, they've got wonderful fraud teams that will help. But most importantly, you get some legal protections with credit. Make sure you're reviewing your statements every month. If there's anything unusual, highlight with the firm and they'll either reverse the charge or give you a new credit card number. Number 6, antivirus, anti-malware. Everybody needs them. And it's not an option. You have to have them. And it has to be a good quality one, and it has to be current and run regularly. So check, make sure that's working. And number 7, cyber hygiene. You simply have to learn the rules. Avoid clicking on links. You have to understand when instead of just clicking on a link, if it's coming from somebody that you know, go to that website, use a familiar URL that you know, and avoid clicking on the link. It's learning how to avoid clicking on bad things, because what can happen is when you click on a link, it can download a little bit of software. It runs in the background. You don't even know it's there, and it can be a real disaster. That's number 7, cyber hygiene. Number 8, dark web. All right, so number 1, your data is already out there. If you work for the government, the OPM, Office of Personnel Management, that database has been hacked. Hundreds of thousands of top secret data released. One of the top 3 credit agencies, their data is hacked. It's all out there. Your data almost for sure is already out on the web. So don't be paranoid about your name, address, and phone number that ship's already sailed. It's already out there. So you need to just be aware that the dark web exists. People can access it. They can buy your data extremely cheap. Number 9, software. You need to make sure that your operating system and applications are up to date, current, regularly updated. Now, I know people that will hold back on updates and wait to the next version. You can't do that. And the reason why is because these are security patches. So the bad guys know that there's a problem, and Apple or Microsoft or whoever your OS is, they patch these things. You got to install the patches. You got to keep up with it. Not only on your application, it's got to be on the phone, on the desktop, iPads, maybe it's even your router. You got to have current operating system. And then furthermore, the applications. If you're using an application that's 10 years old, that's software that's in a box, that's toast. You need to have current applications, current OS, minimum, okay? That's number 9, software. Number 10, just be aware. Be aware that criminals are very sophisticated, very smart, very conniving, and furthermore, they're getting better with AI. What they can do is simulate a voice of your child saying, I got a broken leg, we went skiing, and you know, it sounds just like them, and then my goodness, that's not them, it's a fake voice. So even if it sounds like the person, and sometimes videos now, you're just getting where you can't trust anything. So these are the top 10 things you can do in the next 30 minutes to really improve your cybersecurity profile, to help you be more secure, to protect your financial assets, and frankly, just to relieve a giant headache. If you get hacked, to try to recover from that can take months and thousands of dollars. Anyway, if you'd ever like to chat about this, please give me a call, send me an email, like, subscribe, visit our website, Hamilton Financial Planning. Thank you for your time.